What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to optimize your Hogwarts Legacy graphics settings on PC. But first, download Gemstone Legends, a mobile RPG puzzle match game. Use the link in the description to start with free stuff, including a bonus hero. Alright, so if you're playing Hogwarts Legacy and you're getting low FPS or stuttering, screen tearing, or just any kind of weird graphical glitch, I've got some graphics settings I think you can change that's going to solve the issue for like 99% of you. Now, I did do a separate video for NVIDIA GPU users that has to do with the DLSS, so if you've got one of those GPUs, make sure to go check that out. But today's video is just going to be for PCs in general. So when I jump into the game here and I turn on my screen monitor, you can see that I'm getting over 100 frames per second, and it's kind of dancing around there, but of course I'm not moving and having to render anything. So let's do that and see how that affects this. This is with the settings on that I'm going to show you. So you can see it definitely starts changing a bit, especially as the light is changing, so are reflections and such. But it's staying well above 60, and that's making for a really smooth game experience. So now let's jump into the settings and I'll show you what I did. All right, we're going to click on settings, then I'm going to click on the graphics options, and you can see here that I have it on custom. There's certain things that I think you can have in ultra and some things on high. Now I am using an RTX 3080, which is not the newest model, so I can have some of these things on ultra and it still looks really, really great. But some of you who have other NVIDIA GPUs or AMD GPUs, depending on how new or old they are, might need to adjust these. If it's older, instead of ultra, you might go with high. If it's high, you might go with ultra. But here's where I felt like I could push the GPU and where there were some issues that I felt like we had to scale back. So for effects quality, I set that to ultra. And this is the particle effects. So anything that you're going to see in the air, if they're trying to do dust or magic or, stuff like that. Material quality, I felt like I also wanted on ultra. This just makes the game look absolutely beautiful. Fog quality, you don't need to be too detailed with that. So I just went with high, same thing with sky. Foliage quality is fine at high. I mean, if you really get out into the forest, you want it to look nicer, maybe you could go higher with that, but your graphics quality is going to suffer then, like your frames per second and such, but it'll look more beautiful. Post-process quality, I went with high. Shadow quality, I went with ultra. I just feel like there's something about shadows that when they're really, really good, they make a game look excellent, and I don't feel like it pushes the GPU all that hard. Next up is texture quality. Now, I have a thing for texture quality. I want the game to look absolutely beautiful. So I put this on ultra, but it does affect the VRAM. So this is one you could put on high if you're really having problems with the FPS, but I don't. When I turn this on, the game looks beautiful and I'm getting those high frames per second. View distance quality, I put it high because like things that are really far away don't need to be like super, super detailed. And population quality high. I mean, sometimes you're going to stop and look at the other characters in the game, of course, and you want them to look nice. This is one where I think you could turn it up a little bit too if you're sacrificing something in another area. If you want the other people to look good, but quite honestly, like I want my guy to look good. Otherwise, I'm just kind of running around and doing whatever. Now, at the bottom here, and I know my camera's in the way a little bit, so I'm just going to read these off to you, but we have some ray tracing options. You can mostly see it here, but ray tracing is a newer kind of technology that deals with geometric light patterns and things. And it is supposed to make for really realistic looking light reflections and like off of water. And it does a really good job with shadows. And as you can see here, it's affecting ambient occlusion too. So there's a few things that technology is really taking a giant leap forward, but I have found this to actually be a problem in Hogwarts Legacy as of right now. Now, ray tracing is really the big sell for modern games and GPUs, but I noticed that when I am playing Hogwarts Legacy and I've got these ray tracing options on, that light looks really weird. It's kind of like sparkly. The reflections look so strange. It's just not like calculating or calibrating right. And I'm not sure if that's a problem on Hogwarts Legacy's side of it or not, but that's something that I think they got to fix. And maybe the game will look absolutely beautiful with it one day. But I'll tell you what, I found the game to look a lot better with ray tracing off for now. And not only that, but my FPS jumped by like 30 frames per second. So that's one where I think that you can turn these off and you're going to get a lot smoother and better looking gameplay. So now that's just my experience. You know, everybody has a different type of GPU and everything. And so you're going to have to mess around with this a little bit, but I think that's a good starting point for you. And then, you know, if there's certain areas you want to sacrifice some things, certainly feel free. Go ahead and do that to increase the performance or basically the smoothness of the game as you're running around. And then other areas, if you want it to look beautiful and don't mind the slower frames, you can do that too. But look at that, 100 frames per second. Go for it. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, and I will catch you in the next one.